Hey everybody, I did a video a couple of weeks ago about the situation in Cyprus where the EU had decided that they were going to take depositors' money uh, out of their accounts in Cyprus. And since then, I've done a little bit of thinking about my own financial situation. I have a 401k type scenario from my work that has been going in for quite a while now, over 10 years. Um, Back in 2007, when the stock market crashed here, I lost a fairly significant amount of money. I would say about $30,000 to $35,000 basically just disappeared out of my account. Uh, since then, the stock market's rallied fairly well over the last, couple of years here, and I basically have recouped all that money and then added a little bit in interest on most of those accounts. But what I find interesting is that before 2007, most of my accounts were getting anywhere between 7 to 10, 11% interest. Now, this new stock market booming, and I'm lucky to get 2 to 3% if I'm lucky. Some of my accounts are getting less than 1%. So I think this is a huge indicator of what's actually going on in the markets. I think they're being totally manipulated by the powers that be. The people that are on the inside are definitely reaping huge benefits from all these accounts. And the people that really are investing aren't getting any kind of return on their money. So this money is being created by the Fed, loaned at 0% interest basically, but investors aren't seeing a real huge return, and to me it's an indicator that there's something kind of sinister about what's going on in the background there. Somebody's making huge profits on this, but it certainly isn't most of the investors that I know. I'm planning on pulling my money out of these accounts. I'm in the process of doing that right now because I totally believe that the stock market is soon to do the same thing that happened back in 2007, which is absolutely fall through the basement. Uh, I don't give financial advice, but if I were a person that had a lot of money in mutual funds or in the stock market, bonds especially, I would be pulling that money and I'd be getting it out real soon. Uh, Tangible assets, real estate might be good. Um, Gold, stock up on food. Uh, if you look at the statistics that came out yesterday or a couple of days ago about the unemployment rate dropping to 7.7%, but the side note being that I think it was something close to 500,000 people had dropped out of the workforce. Uh, the mainstream media basically has admitted that if you added in all the people that were of working age that are no longer in the workforce, the unemployment rate would be above 11%. Uh, Personally, I think it's higher than that. I had seen figures on Drudge Report last month that said there were 90 million working age adults out of the workforce in the United States. And I'm reading an article today that's claiming there's over 100 million adults of working age that are out of the workforce now. So I think you put all these things together, the fact that gold's being manipulated, silver's being manipulated downward, and we haven't really seen inflation take hold. I think the main reason being is that you're not going to see that for a while because of the manipulation of the currency. But at some point, the inflation has to kick in. Gold's being manipulated downward, and I think that's keeping uh, the inflationary effect of the Fed printing money to a minimum right now. But at some point, I think they're not going to be able to continue to print money out of thin air, and then that's when we're going to see the inflationary situation kick in. So think about what you've got invested. Think about what you want to do with that money. Uh, we also have Obama and his administration starting to talk about nationalizing pensions, which is not a good sign for anybody who's got investments in any kind of 401k or anything like that. Because if you know as well as I do, if the government gets their hands on that money, we'll probably never see it again. So take care of yourself, and I'll be talking to you real soon.